Russia's largest military machines, Arctic monsters of steel. Amid the frozen emptiness of Siberia and the unforgiving terrain of the Arctic, there exist machines that challenge every law of physics. Colossal constructions of steel and horsepower. Vehicles so massive, so beyond ordinary proportions that it's hard to believe they were designed not as experiments, but for real military operations. How did the Russian military engineer vehicles weighing dozens of tons that glide across ice and marshland as if they were weightless? And why were these mechanical giants built in the first place? Today you're diving deep into a world of machinery few have ever witnessed up close. Russia's biggest, strongest and most extreme military vehicles, machines designed for places where roads don't exist, where storms never end, and where survival itself is a test of engineering. Stay until the end, because the last machine on this list is one of the most shocking military vehicles ever built. A true engineering anomaly. 1. Kraz DT-30PM. The Cold War workhorse during the most intense years of the Cold War. The Soviet Union faced a major problem. How do you move troops, artillery, and heavy equipment through regions where roads were nothing but frozen rivers or mud fields? The answer became the legendary Kraz DT-30PM, a truck built with the toughness of a tank and the stamina of a tractor, powered by a 14.9-liter V8 diesel engine, delivering 240 horsepower and monstrous torque. It could tow howitzers, mobile bridges, and heavy trailers for hundreds of miles, without overheating or slowing down. A reinforced 5-speed transmission and full-time 6x6 system gave it an unstoppable edge over swamps, snow and rugged terrain. Its massive tires could be manually deflated for even more traction, allowing the Kraz DT-30PM to crawl through conditions that would bury normal trucks instantly. It wasn't just a machine, it was a presence. Tall, wide, loud, and unmistakably powerful, part tractor, part tank, part rolling fortress. The Kraz DT-30PM transported everything: troops, mobile radars, bridge components, engineering equipment, even light armored vehicles. Decades later, many still run in rural regions of Russia and Ukraine. One restored unit was even converted into a military-style food truck and ended up attracting more attention than the tanks parked beside it. 2. MAZ 537, the nuclear titan designed in the late 1950s. The MAZ 537 had a mission unlike anything before it: carry the heaviest, most strategic weapons of the Soviet Union, its nuclear deterrent. Its heart was a staggering 38.8-liter V12 diesel, producing 525 horsepower and nearly unmatched torque. That it didn't just haul heavy loads. It hauled the backbone of Soviet firepower. Aircraft. Main battle tanks, ballistic missile platforms, some weighing over 50 tons, and it pulled them like a toy wagon. With its full-time 8.8 drivetrain and independent suspension, it could move through mud, sand, snow, or craters left by explosions. At over 9 meters long and weighing 21 tons, it dominated airfields and forward bases. The MAZ 537's reliability made it a global favorite, adopted by multiple Soviet-aligned nations. Even after the Chernobyl disaster, modified versions transported radioactive waste and shielding materials, outperforming vehicles designed specifically for nuclear response. The MAZ 537 wasn't just powerful. It was mortal. The Arctic ghost. Not all Soviet machines were built for war. Some were created to conquer the most treacherous terrain on Earth. Enter the Zili 167, a futuristic experimental crawler built for Siberia and the Arctic. It featured 2 V8 gasoline engines, producing a combined 360 horsepower, both working in perfect synchronization. Its 6.6 drivetrain, towering 6-foot-tall tires and buoyant frame allowed it to glide over swamps, cut through snowdrifts over 1.5 meters deep, and even float partially on soft terrain. With rounded lines, a central cab, and a white Arctic paint job, It looked like something straight out of a secret Soviet moon program. And for good reason. It was once considered for a Soviet lunar exploration project, but its complexity prevented large-scale production. Still, the Zhili 167 remains one of the most extraordinary experimental vehicles ever built. 4. kzkt 7428, the rocket carrier in the 1990s. Russia needed a modern giant to replace aging Cold War platforms. The result was the kzkt 7428, a monstrous transport designed for rocket systems, tanks, and mobile tactical platforms. Its 46.2-liter V12 engine produced 650 horsepower, giving it enough strength to pull more than 70 tons, even uphill. With an 8-speed automatic transmission, hydraulic supports, and an advanced 8/8 drive system with independent suspension, this machine could stay balanced even when the terrain suddenly shifted. Visually, it resembled a locomotive on wheels, over 11 meters long and roaring like industrial machinery, used to transport BM-30 rocket systems, tanks, construction materials, and equipment for rapid military engineering. The 7428 became essential for bridge construction and runway deployment. It was also exported to Syria, Iran, Algeria, and other nations, modified to handle extreme desert heat. Many still run today. 5. MAZ 7310, the rolling missile platform. By the 1970s, the demand for mobile missile launchers exploded. The answer: the colossal MAZ 7310. Its 38.8-liter V12 diesel delivered 525 horsepower and enough torque to carry 65 tons across rough ground. The 8/8 drivetrain and hydraulic suspension made it incredibly stable, even when carrying missiles or radar systems. At 30 meters long, the MAZ 7310 felt more like a moving bunker than a truck. Inside, crews had navigation, communication, and climate control systems, turning the cab into a mobile strategic command pod. Most famously, it served as the base for Scud-B missile launchers. Today, some units still support remote installations in Siberia. 6. 9K714. OKA, the silent threat. During the 1980s, the Soviets developed a terrifyingly mobile missile system with one goal: quick launch, quick escape. The platform carrying the OKA missile needed to be fast, durable, and easy to hide. It used a compact V12 diesel producing 650 horsepower, with full-time 6/6 all-wheel drive and independent suspension. Unlike massive strategic launchers, the OKA vehicle was small and low-profile, perfect for hiding in forests or under camouflage nets. And the missile it carried, it had a range of 400 kilometers, capable of striking high-value targets in minutes. It became one of the most feared mobile systems in Europe, until it was retired under arms reduction treaties. But behind the scenes, several units continued operating secretly throughout the 1990s for experimental testing. 7. KAMAZ 7950, the modern missile giant. As modern Russian strategy evolved, a new platform was needed, one with advanced electronics, modular components, and immense power. The answer was the KAMAZ 7950, a next-generation missile transporter powered by a V12 engine producing a jaw-dropping 1,500 horsepower, with an 8-speed intelligent automatic transmission. This machine uses a 16/16 drivetrain, all 16 wheels powered. Its hydropneumatic suspension automatically adjusts the entire platform for perfect leveling. During launch operations, over 20 meters long and nearly 4 meters tall, it serves as the base for the RS-2 Yaz, one of Russia's most advanced intercontinental ballistic missiles. Quiet, precise, and unbelievably stable, it represents the future of Russia's mobile strategic force. 8. Vityaz DT-30PM, the Arctic beast in regions where wheels become useless. Russia deploys the Vityaz DT-30PM, an articulated 2-section tracked monster. Its 710 horsepower V12 engine powers both modules, one for propulsion, one for cargo up to 30 tons. The articulated joint allows the vehicle to bend, twist, and snake across broken terrain that would swallow traditional machines. Continuous tracks, reinforced suspension, and a floating chassis allow it to travel across snow, ice, mud, lake, sea, and even thin crust frozen surfaces at temperatures below -50 degrees Celsius. It's used for Arctic, military operations, transporting weapons, installing communication towers, resupplying polar research stations. It is one of the most capable Arctic vehicles ever built. 9 AIM AZ-7907, the 24-wheel nuclear Leviathan. Finally, the monster of monsters. A machine so strange, so advanced, that it remained classified for years. The MAZ-7907. Built in the 1980s. Instead of a traditional engine, it used a 1,250 horsepower gas turbine. Similar to those used in aircraft. The turbine powered electric motors on every one of its 24 wheels, spread across 12 axles. This gave the 7907 an impossible level of stability. Loads of over 150 tons barely affected it. With a fully electronic active suspension and a real-time leveling system, the vehicle could tilt, rise, or adjust itself with millimeter precision. At 28 meters long, it looked more like a land-based warship than a truck. Its strange metallic hum echoing across testing ranges. It never entered mass production, but the single prototype is still preserved today. Many engineers consider it the most ambitious military land vehicle ever created.